Computer. Hello, Ginta.
Hello, Roy.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Right. We are about to start a clean language session. Is that okay with you?
Yes.
Good. So, before we begin, can you just tell me what it is that you want to work on today?
I have this, yes, thank you for that. I have this kind of inside urge for outside approval. When I wanna be, not wanna be, but actually I kind of long for, it can be in these terms, when I'm approved from outside. I know I'm independent. I know I can do things, but sometimes in me comes to that when I need people to say, Ginta, how good you are. It's good when you did this, and then I feel like as I am accepted, I am even loved, even I don't know why it's that or geez, and it's sometimes it comes quite strongly.
So, sometimes you need to hear people say, Ginta, you're doing good, and then you feel accepted, even feel loved. And you don't know why this is happening.
Perhaps not even loved, it's more liked. Then I say, yeah, I mean, then it's okay. I'm doing well.
Okay.
That's yeah. And I I don't know. I mean, why I need this still in my age, I need that. Yeah. I
Okay.
would like to explore that
Good.
more closely.
So, as you know, I am going to ask you clean language questions that sometimes can sound very strange. If you don't understand my question, just tell me, and I will do my best to clarify. If something feels uncomfortable, you don't need to answer. You can always say pass. You can always say that you don't want to answer. And if I ask something where you don't know the answer, it's okay to say, I don't know, because we are here to explore. That's what we're going to do. Okay?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. So let's begin. And maybe we'll begin with asking you approval is like what?
Kind of acceptance from
Accept.
the other parties when they accept, when they say I'm okay or approving me, then they are accepting. I feel as I'm accepted. I'm seen and accepted.
You are seen and accepted. And what kind of accepted is that accepted?
When I belong
You belong.
to that environment, to that circle, yeah, when I belong, that kind of acceptance.
Is there anything else about that circle?
Is anything else about that circle? It can be anything else. There can be everything else and nothing else. Depends on which scope we look at.
And what kind of need is the need?
Really big need, big urge when I need it. You mean need of what? Need of being accepted.
Yeah.
That need. Yeah, it's kind of necessity, inside driven necessity. because without that need, I don't feel full, don't feel value, don't feel worthy. What's even like worthy? Yeah.
Without this need, you don't feel worthy.
Worthy inside. Yeah. Kind of
Inside,
empty. Empty.
empty.
That feel, that need, that acceptance, actually, not need, that acceptance fills me for a while, fills that void for a while, but it's kind of black hole which sucks in and disappears, and again, you need more and more, not more and more, but you need periodically that kind of regular feeding, like a car who needs petrol regularly feeding.
So
You
it's like,
drive on that need, yeah. I mean, you go for a period of time and then again you have to have it.
so it's like a car that needs regular feeding so it can continue to drive and go.
Mm.
So when acceptance, what happens after?
When I have given acceptance, no, I mean when acceptance,
When
approval or
you
acceptance?
approval leads to feeling of acceptance.
Yeah,
When feeling accepted, when feeling acceptance, when feeling of belong, when the need is met, what
yeah.
happens after?
I can function for a while because I think I'm okay. I belong. I'm not rejected. I belong to that circle. That's my circle of kind of, yeah, friends. And yeah, and then I go for a while until something happens like they don't accept or they disagree with my opinion or something goes askew. Then I feel, oh, I'm not, I'm rejected. Hmm,
Hmm,
it's a bit strange, right? It's a bit
good.
strange.
So you can go on for a while until something happens when they disagree with you and you feel, or you say something that they don't like and you feel rejected. If you,
Yeah, it's kind of, yeah. If I don't get what I want out of them or somehow doesn't go my way, yeah, I mean, I start to feel when I'm rejected, and then I start to blame myself. It was my fault when I did something wrong because I'm looking for that approval all the time.
you are looking for that approval all the time.
Hmm. That's kind of default. It's need to be all the
Right,
time
that's
there.
kind of default. Yet, what happens to looking for that approval all the time when you feel approved for a while?
It's fine. I can function. I can live. It's how it should be.
It's how it should be.
Yeah, that should be. That approval needs to be all the time because then I can function. It's everything well. It's that direction. What? Yeah, what keeps me functioning. Hmm.
What kind of functioning is that functioning that needs to be?
Everyday life, I mean, actually, yeah, that's self, and I'm worse. I'm worse of being a human being, or even that or something.
And when you're worth of being a human being, what happens to the need for approval?
Let's see this. It's kind of until it's like a empty tank of car you drive. And then it's kind of replenishes until it comes to the red mark and say, okay, Ginta, next one, pouring
So,
in next one in.
okay,
Yeah.
so Ginta, and when that tank of fuel reaches the red,
Then you need a new kind of
and you,
fix.
and you and you need a new.
Yeah.
So, what needs to happen for that to be refilled, to have new?
Well, here we are. I mean, I need to do something, behave somehow, people please perhaps, or yeah, be in some certain ways to get that approval. Or usually it's doing. To give something, to do something, yeah, to be useful. That comes my usefulness, yeah.
And if
Mm.
you do not get approval, what
Oh,
happens?
that devastating. Then I'm terrible. I shouldn't be living. I mean, I'm terrible human being. I mean, I am out of wild, then I won't survive. Go sometimes so
You
deep.
will not survive.
My my survival is threatened.
Your survival is threatened. And then what
Yeah.
happens?
Yeah. Well, then I fall in depression. Or I go to fix to somewhere else when I get quick fix of something. It's like a drug addiction. No,
Like
really.
drug addiction.
Really.
Yeah.
It is.
So, what needs to happen for drug addiction to stop?
Oh, bloody hell. Rehabilitation process, painful and long. Or you need to be shut down. Kaput. Um, Healing process,
Healing
rehabilitation.
process. And what needs to happen for healing process to begin?
Perhaps understanding actually I don't need that approval.
And when understanding that you don't need approval, what happens then?
Nothing happens. Understanding can be there, but I mean that inside drive, that subconscious drive, I need approval. It's really there.
And when you understand that you don't need approval, what happens to the drive that is there?
Still there.
Yeah, of course, it's still there. What happens to it?
The drive is absolutely not any way bothered. It's drive, it drives. I need it. I'm not going.
Yes.
That's it.
Okay.
Perhaps I need to zonk out some miraculous way in hypnosis and kind of reframe that something. I don't know. Perhaps that one. I don't know. Some nice magical mystical intervention from hypnotherapy, hypnosis, something. I don't know. I haven't done that. Yeah, but it's really hmm. To just to reframe perhaps
And,
my subconscious need when it's like addiction, it's kind of smart to shift off, and I'm not addicted. Actually, I can be independent and I will be safe without approval of others.
and if you
But actually, right now, even thinking feels terribly scary. I mean, it feels like as I'm totally out of wild without any possible way of survival.
and when you think about again being worthy as a human being, what happens to that scary?
My worthiness as a human being is not here, not there. It's not valued at all. Because my safety depends on others. It doesn't depend on me. It depends on others. And actually, that is that thing, what is completely, I think, a cue. I mean, crazy in me because my safety first needs to be depending on myself, on me being able to protect myself, not to wait for others to protect. Oh boy. Mm. Yeah, that's interesting insight. Thank you, Roy. That's one thing. I mean, it's need to be. I need to be able to understand when I need to protect myself in the first place and not to wait for others to protect myself. Hence, that approval as well comes. I'm waiting for others to protect myself. Approval is some kind of protection.
Some kind of protection. Is that okay if we stop this quick session now? I
Yeah,
think that some things needs to be processed inside.
yeah.
And
No, it's really, I mean, I'm totally flabbergasted of this insight because that is a need for protection, what I have. And that's my inner child is still, yeah, I mean, living in that time, living in that inner child mode. Mm.
and Ginta, for a moment, I'm going to put now the clean language aside for a moment, and I just want to wrap up where we are.
Mhm.
So, who can really, who is the only person in the world that can truly, truly protect the inner child?
Me, myself.
You know that there's no one else, no matter how much we want, none of us, there's not a single human being who can protect your inner child but you, right? You are the gateway to the inner.
Some very smart therapists who are very kind of really interested in client, but I have kind of doubts on that if I want to allow it to the minor child, what I usually don't. So of
Okay,
course no miracles happens. Miracles happen.
it takes
Yeah.
time. And all I'm saying is that like, the inner child is inside of you, right? Like in order to communicate, to protect, to give approval, whatever it is, it's like any person can just whatever these are actions, words, whatever happens, they go through you. You are sort of a filter. That's why I'm saying you are the only one that can actually decide what the inner child gets or doesn't get, what you expose the inner child to, or what you block. And that's why you're the responsible adult in this case.
Mm.
And I think that the realization for you that approval is actually a protection
Mhm.
can give a good starting point either for self-work or for any kind of work with any kind of therapeutic modality.
Mm. No, from this point I know what to do myself, but I mean, yeah,
Fantastic.
I didn't realize this is so tied. My worthiness is tied to being protection. Yeah, because my worthiness is not here, not there. Yeah, I mean, worthiness is separate issue. My protection is tied with approval. Because without approval, I am rejected. That means I am in the wild and I am not protected. Yeah, something in these lines. And actually, right now, I'm protected as much as I protect myself. I cannot wait for others to protect myself if I'm like big, bold, and wonderful human being. Nobody will protect me because I'm already capable very much protect myself. And that's perhaps it's how people see me. But me, I see myself like that small child. And then therefore I don't understand why people is not protecting me.
You know, Ginta, you're a fantastic woman, and you definitely do not come across as a
Like
fragile
well,
woman who needs protection.
that's right. I mean that yeah, who is lost in wilderness. I mean, therefore I say I see myself in different picture, yeah, because I see myself like a child. Oh, please, please help me, please help me, please. I don't know what to do. But actually, perhaps if I stop shouting and thinking, start to think what to do, perhaps I will come up with that much smarter ideas when somebody can even advise me with, oh, that's my ego speaking. Because, well, anyway, yeah, I mean, therefore I say, therefore it's totally right now makes sense why people sometimes says, okay, it's your business. I don't understand what you're talking about. Right? Right? Well, thank you, Roy. It's really yeah, it's yeah, it's really good modality that clean questioning what makes you really to go quite quickly to the insights what when you start to connect totally dots which before was not connected in the mind. Yeah.
Yes, that's the beauty
Thank
of
you.
deep exploration, deep space
Yeah.
exploration.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Mm. It's
fantastic.
amazing. Yeah.
Good.
Awesome. Even.
Excellent.
Thanks a lot.
So I'm
Yeah.
going to stop the recording now and thank you so much.
Thank you.